Head for the Cure 5K events are not only successful fundraisers in the fight against brain cancer, but unique tributes for those currently fighting this terrible disease and remembering those who have lost their battles. Head for the Cure was started in honor of a man named Chris Anthony. Chris's motto was always keeping the faith. He lived it daily. He signed off every email with keeping the faith, and his faith enabled him to maintain his grace, dignity, courage, and strength throughout his illness. That's why every year we honor brain cancer patients and their loved ones with a special recognition we call Keeping the Faith. Each of their stories is personal and special, and all are inspiring. Victoria Ledem, nominated by Carla Ledem. Victoria Ledem was diagnosed with a brain tumor in November of 2019. She has had 3 seizures. The first seizure happened at summer camp while she was in the lake. She had her second seizure after donating platelets. The third seizure was after dancing at an event, and she was then given an MRI where they found the tumor. She had brain surgery in December where they were able to do a complete resection. Victoria then underwent physical therapy. Victoria graduated in 2020 from Steele High School. She graduated in the top 1% of her class. Victoria was the lieutenant colonel of her dance team in high school and participated in band, honor society, and key club. Victoria is presently a freshman at the University of North Dakota and majoring in meteorology. Victoria's dad, David Ledem, received the Keeping the Faith Award in 2017 while he was recovering and fighting a grade 4 glioblastoma brain tumor. He passed away in 2018 after fighting GBM for 18 months. Victoria is an incredibly strong young lady. She has faced the loss of her father and the diagnosis of her own brain tumor with so much grace and strength. Victoria relies heavily on her faith in God to help her through these difficult situations. Jeffrey Carter, nominated by Jeff and Stacy Carter. Our son Jeffrey, on February 25, 2014, drove himself to school as he did every day. When he arrived, he called to inform us that he was not feeling well. We told him to go see the school nurse. The school nurse called for us to pick Jeffrey up from school. He stated that he felt dizzy, nauseous, and when he walked, his gait was very off. Jeffrey is very fit and healthy. He was on the varsity cross-country and wrestling team. His primary care physician conducted an exam and decided that he should get an MRI on the same day. On February 26, 2014, the day after his MRI, the doctor called to inform us that a golf ball-sized tumor was found on his brain. On February 28, 2014, Jeffrey was seen by a neurosurgeon. The neurosurgeon informed us that a tumor review board at Brooke Army Medical Center would determine if surgery would be needed. The neurosurgeon called on Sunday, March 2, 2014, to tell us to have our son at the hospital on March 3, 2014 for surgery. During a 6-hour surgery, the doctor removed as much of the tumor as possible without doing permanent damage. Several biopsies were taken and sent for testing. Testing confirmed that Jeffrey had diffuse astrocytoma grade 2 of the cerebellum. He was in pediatric ICU for 3 days and was released on March 5, 2014. Upon release, we spent many hours going to occupational therapy, learning how to use motor skills. After the surgery, the tremors in his right hand made it difficult for him to do regular tasks, such as writing and eating. Today, Jeffrey's oncologist recommends that he is monitored and has an MRI done annually. We are very thankful and happy to this day he is doing well. He has run the San Antonio Head for the Cure every year since 2015 and has placed in his age group. This is the one race, no matter what, we run together as a family. Grace Quinn, nominated by Bernadette Barnes. Grace Quinn's cancer journey began in 2012 with a diagnosis of ovarian cancer, followed by extensive surgery. She then required chemo for 18 weeks. Her strength and perseverance during this time was truly remarkable, and her demeanor was always upbeat and positive. When she completed her treatments, she was placed on a maintenance drug for a year. She remained cancer-free for almost 2 years until it returned in June 2015. Once again, she underwent chemo and beat the odds and was in remission. She was celebrating almost 5 years of being cancer-free when she felt a lump in her breast in September 2020. She underwent a lumpectomy, and the lymph node that was removed was benign. About 3 weeks later, she felt dizzy and went to the hospital to discover that she had a golf ball-sized brain tumor. She proceeded to have surgery in which the entire tumor was removed. Her journey continues as she now will undergo radiation followed by more chemo. To say that we view her as a true warrior and hero is an understatement. She has always kept her faith strong, and prayers from family and friends has strengthened her. Her husband Jeff has been her rock. She is mom to Megan and husband Matt, Amanda and husband Jason, and Justin. She is Grandma Gigi to Ethan, Abby, Ellie, Ryan, and baby girl due in November. She is also supported and loved by her sisters, Rita, Mary, and Bernadette and their families. She is thankful to God, her angels above, and the many prayers from family and friends that keep her on the positive path of healing and allow her to live by her motto, "Bring on tomorrow, I've got today." Thank you for your courage and for allowing us to honor you. New this year, the Legacy of Love nomination is easily defined by actions of integrity, encouragement, determination, and truly loving and serving others, especially those in need. The recipient of this must have a strong desire to encourage and help others. This deserving person must be a leader each day and also have the courage to smile in the midst of adversity. We now like to share their story.
Carmen Frederick, nominated by Catherine Price. The word warrior is used to define someone that is strong, does not give up easily, and shows a lot of courage. My mother, Carmen Frederick, is that. She is unlike anyone in this world. She has a presence that calms you and makes you want to do better. She has never met a stranger and is always willing to lend a helping hand, whether that's to family or a stranger needing help looking for her car in a parking lot. My whole life, I have looked up to this woman. Through everything in life that has been thrown her way, she has handled it with such grace. My mom was a single mother raising 2 kids, and she put her love life on hold to make sure my brother and I had everything we ever wanted. Back in 2006, the man I was grateful to call Dad took 2 kids in and treated them like his own, and our families became one in December of 2009. Our life changed just 3 short years later on November 10th, 2012, when my dad Frank Frederick was diagnosed with stage 4 glioblastoma. My mom remained positive and strong through 2 brain surgeries, 2 rounds of chemotherapy and radiation, and through countless hours of physical therapy. She always said we would get through this together. She never once complained about being exhausted or that it was all too much for her. She had a smile on her face every single day, no matter that she was hurting on the inside. She never let my dad or us kids see the pain she had. On July 11th, 2014, my dad passed away. The one thing that made my mom so happy was gone, but one thing remained the same: her strength to keep it all together. She was the light my dad needed through everything, the light I needed to handle losing the only father figure I had, and what our family needed to get through the tough times ahead. She encouraged us to keep going. She always reminds us to this day that Frank, Dad, Grandpa, brother, uncle would be so proud. She is the essence of a hero. She is my hero. Today, 7 years later, she's determined to help other families going through the same thing. She wants them to feel supported and loved just like people did for her.